Hello na habari za mchana mahali popote mnaotutazama watu wangu kwanza kutoka hapa Afrika Mashariki. So and huge welcome to our global crew who are tuned in. So welcome to Tech for Tomorrow. It's Brian here, your voice in the mix, pulling you into stories that hit and lift the spirit. So before we dive in, we have a heavy moment for our Kenyan family. Today, October 15, 2025, Kenya lost a titan, Raila Amolo Odinga, usually referred to as Baba. So, the unyielding architect of our democracy, the voice that roared for the voiceless, the father of the second liberation, from the cells of Kanu, dark days to the power sharing dawn of 2008. Raila's life was a testament of resilience, reform, and an unbreakable Kenyan spirit. On behalf of the Project Trinity family, we send our deepest condolences to his wife Ida, their children, and all who call him Jacom. So, as Kenyans, our hearts ache, but his legacy of fighting for equity, inclusion, and a fairer tomorrow fuels us to keep building. So, rest in power, Baba. Your light guides our path. Today, we are facing down. So, how tech can end poverty. That is if we let it. So picture this: a drone swooping down to drop seeds in cracked soil, saving our farms, an AI app buzzing on a phone, whispering crop prices to a mom at her dawn so he can feed her kids better, or a simple mobile loan unlocking a shopkeeper's dream, turning empty shelves into full lives. These aren't far off dreams, they are happening in places like here in West Pokot, where tech is the quiet and hand pulling fox from the edge. But it's on us to open those doors. So, to fix the weak signals, cut the high prices, and make sure everyone gets a seat at the table. So Kenya is pushing for AI that lifts the overlooked and underserved communities for all by 2030. So let's see how this will spark change. Joining me are two incredible guests, Enos Tudoko and Nicholas Chisembur, young forces from West Pokot, Kenya, turning tech into lifelines through grit and growth. So Enos and Nicholas, the stage is yours. Let's light it up.
Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to Project Trinity weekly podcast where technology meets humanity, where we share real stories of change, innovation, and hope, connecting remote communities to global opportunities. I'm your guest, Enos Tudoko, and this is Project Trinity connecting the unconnected.
Yes, hello. My name is Nicholas Yesimbur, and a big welcome to each and every one of you tuning in from wherever you are in the world, whether you are joining from the heart of the city, the quiet corners of our rural communities, or everywhere or anywhere across the globe. Thank you for taking your time to connect, to listen, and to shape in this journey with us. So every week, right here on the Project Trinity podcast, we bring you real stories of transformation, innovation, and hope. Stories of how technology, creativity, and purpose are changing our lives from the ground up. So, to our loyal listeners who've been with us week after week, we see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for being part of of this growing family. And those joining us for the first time today, karibu sana, a big welcome. You are now part of our global community and uh, community that believes in opportunity without boundaries, connection without limits, and a future built by every one of us together. So, thank you so much.
So thank you too to my two guests for showing up for another amazing podcast. So that's the heartbeat we need. For every listener holding on through hard days, this hours your rally cry. Stories of tech, mending what's broken, skills blooming where nothing grew, and a nudge to let it flood in. So buckle up, we are rewriting the ending. So let's start off this show. So let's jump in with Enos and Chisambur, two hearts from Spokot beating to the text reading. You'll trade tales like, I know you are old friends, but you'll trade tales like old friends. How drone spots crops from the sky, AI charts guide a farmer, or a quick upload keeps a family afloat. So, Enos, status upwarm. Growing up in West Pokot, how was a tool like AI app or a emerging tech like drones? Maybe imagine how it could lighten up the load of hard times. Share that one moment that made you feel this could really lift us up if we open doors.
Yes, thank you so much, Brian. And when I think back to how life used to be here, it was full of guessing. I would look at the sky and try to predict when the rain might fall. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it failed completely. And when it failed, you could lose a whole season, the seeds, the time, the energy, and everything. But now, even simple things like mobile alerts have changed how we live. You get a text that says rain expected in a few days. It might sound small to someone in town, but here, that message can change everything. It means you plant at the right time, save your seed, and avoid a big loss. That's the power of small technology. And then here came Project Trinity when they brought a pod. That's where we are right now. That's when we started understanding that technology could be more than messages. It could be a real pathway to opportunity. That's where I first heard about AI. There are different kinds of AI, and understanding the real I had no clue about it. And honestly, the word itself felt foreign. I felt AI belonged to those tech offices in Nairobi or these other big cities, or maybe in Australia, America. Then I discovered something surprising. AI depends on people like us. Our job is to help it learn. We prepare and label data, check accuracy, and train the systems that power global apps. It's mind blowing. You realize that what you do right here contributes to something the world uses. And the beauty of it all is that we don't have electricity from the grid yet, but we have reliable solar energy that keeps us working every day. We no longer wait for opportunities to come to us. We are the ones building them now. So when I see young people walk into the pod for the first time, I tell them, this small phone you hold, this screen you are looking at, it's a window to the world. It can connect you, teach you, and even feed you. That's what AI and digital tools have done for us. They have opened doors where there were none. And that's why I say we are not waiting for the future anymore. We are living it. Thank you.
Yes, yes, truly, that hits deep. So, Enos, you have talked about fast AI. I remember it was just on Monday. There was a student, he's in Form 4. I met him on the road and I asked him, do you know AI? And the first thing he told me that the only AI I know is artificial insemination. So I laughed a lot and I told him, so if you get time, follow us and follow our podcast so that you can know more about artificial intelligence. So take
you
us
know
there.
you, Brian, we don't blame them because we are in a rural area and in a we are nomads. So when you tell someone that something about AI, he only thinks about the AI the vets used to tell them. So
Yeah,
That's a job.
yeah, I agree with you, Enos. Most of the people in the rural community are farmers. Most of them had cows. So what they really know is the artificial insemination for breeding the cattle. So it's not their fault. It is what it is.
So back to our conversation, guys. Take us the hand reaching out in the dark, like a drone gliding over maybe a patch land, spotting water spots. So Chesimbur, what echoes that for you? In Spokot, every day is a push. I know that. So how has emerging tech, like which Enos was talking about, shown you maybe a brighter road ahead? Drop that heartfelt story.
Yeah, so Brian and Enos and the whole world, let me tell you this from the bottom of my heart. That, growing up in West Pokot, life in the villages has always been about hard work, patience, and also hope. So every sunrise begins with farmers heading to either the fields or herders leading the animals to graze, and also the small traders walking the dusty roads to the market. So for many years, things were slow and uncertain. Not because people didn't work hard, but because they lacked the access to timely information and tools that could make their lives easier. So, but now, little by little, technology is rewriting the story. So I remember one day at the market there in Chepareria, a group of farmers were talking about how they no longer uh, have to wait for the middlemen. So these middlemen, these are business brokers. It's very common to come with cash and delivering uh, their money that they have sold, maybe their goods. So through M-Pesa now, they receive their payments instantly, safely right on their phone. You can be seated on your home. You have transacted your business, and then that single change has brought dignity and confidence to many families. You can see the smiles when they say "pesa imeingia." That is, the money has come in. So there is also the Safaricom network, which it might sound so ordinary to some, but in the rural context, it's a lifeline. So farmers can now call buyers, they can share updates through SMS, or even coordinate deliveries without having to travel long distances. It is bridging the communication gap that used to cost people time, their energy, and even opportunities. And perhaps one of the biggest game changers here in the rural uh, community also is the weather apps. So before, people relied on signs, like Enos had said, maybe by looking at the colors of the clouds, the behavior of the winds, and the behavior of the animals, so to predict the rains. But with the climate change, those signs are not always reliable. Now, with a small phone in hand, farmers can check forecasts. They can plan when to plant and avoid losses. So that shift has given them power over uncertainty. So for me personally, witnessing this transformation has been powerful. I have grown from being just an observer to someone who understands how technology can truly shape communities. So through Project Trinity's training, I have learned how to use digital tools that help business grow and communities stay connected. So it's not just about how to use this tech, it's about seeing its purpose and helping others use it to solve real problems. So, and when I see young people home embracing these tools, learning, adapting, and leading, I know we are heading in the right direction. The story of rural communities, including Kenya, Haiti, and any other rural community is no longer about being left behind. It's about catching up fast with determination and creativity. So When you see me smiling in those photos that we usually take through Project Trinity, it's not just a pose, it's pride. Pride in where we have come from and the excitement for where we are going. Yeah, so we are always ready.
Yes, that's true, Chesembur. Something I can pick from your conversation is climate change is real. And you have talked about now we must leverage techs like weather apps and maybe satellite technology to help us maybe mitigate future disasters. So I think that is tech easing strain like a cool rain. So imagine an AI voice on a phone telling a mom exactly when a plant so her harvest feeds the year. So Enos, let's face the shadows. In your community, how do weak spots like spotty services or no power keep tech from helping folks from your community rise?
Yes, Brian, you know this one really this one is really deep. You know, it's very strange. We have power lines right above our homes, but no electricity. The poles are there, the wires are there, but the lights never came on. It's like being so close to opportunity, but still missing it by inches. And because of that, many things used to stop halfway. You'd start something, then power cuts or a low signal will stop you. So imagine in the middle of a task and suddenly everything goes dark. No backup, no generator, nothing. You just sit and wait. Then and also then came COVID-19. I think we were all affected. And that's when the real test came, when universities and colleges went online. Most of our youth could not join classes from home. They had to move to town, rent small single rooms just to get access to power and internet. Others dropped out not because they could not afford it. I remember thinking about it that this is not right. We have the will to learn, but not the tools. Then Project Trinity stepped in with something different, the solar powered pod. The first time I saw it, I thought, finally, this is what we have been waiting for. It was not just a building, it was like hope switched on. You walk in and everything works, the lights, the laptops, the Wi Fi, all powered by the sun. No blackouts, no excuses. Now, even when the internet slows down, we have the systems. We plan our day smartly, heavier uploads in the morning, offline tasks when the signal is weak. We have created a team rhythm. One person prepares data, another one verifies, another one sends when the networks is good. It's teamwork powered by planning, and that's the real lesson. Technology did not just give us tools; it taught us how to think ahead. We learned how to organize, how to use every bit of time wisely, how to stay calm under pressure. So even though the power lines are still hanging silently above us, we no longer wait for electricity to find us. We have already found our own power source and it shines brighter every day. Yeah.
So yes, Enos, it feels it's so close yet so far. So, but we keep standing taller. So that's the quiet strength here in Projectivity. So Chesembir, to add you in the light. So what's another wall? Like what slows tools like drones or easy loans from helping everyone, like figuring out or upfront costs? How has your learning made the climb easier?
Yeah, that is a great question. Because even though technology is opening doors, there are still real challenges uh, that slow things down. especially here in rural areas like West Pokot. Uh, Take something like the drones or these mobile apps. They sound amazing, right? But for many people in the villages, the first barrier is understanding how they work. Imagine someone who has never used a smartphone being told to download an app, sign up, and apply for the loan. It can feel overwhelming to them. Sometimes people even lose trust because they have heard of the scams, or I don't know which platforms are genuine. So that is one major problem that's lost this technology. So, and also there is also the cost issue, the issue of cost. Even with mobile loans, most people need a starting point, because you cannot go to a mobile app and just get a limit. So uh, maybe a small amount to invest uh, in seeds, livestock, or businesses. So, but when you don't have a saving or a collateral, uh, those upfront requirements feel like mountains you cannot climb. And when it comes to drones or any modern technology, just buying or maintaining them is expensive. And most rural communities simply cannot afford that without partnerships or without training support. So before I began learning about technology, I also struggled to understand how these tools could fit into real life. But as I grew and explored digital skills, from using basic apps to understanding how online system work, I realized it's not about owning the newest tool. It's about making the ones that you have work smarter for you. So I remember during one local youth training session, the power went out in the middle of a group activity. And instead of giving up, we worked together offline, sharing ideas, writing notes by using the phone, and syncing everything. Later, when the network returned, that moment taught me about something powerful. That is the resilience. Resilience is the real technology. It is the mindset that keeps everything moving when tools fail. So yes, costs add up, and learning can be tough at first. But once you understand how to make technology uh, work for you, everything starts to click. That's how people here are growing. One skill, one breakthrough, one solution at a time. So we might be from rural Kenya, but our mindset is global. And this is exactly where Project Trinity steps in, helping bridge those gaps with skills, with mentorship, and real opportunities, so that the rural talent is not left behind but moves forward with the rest of the world.
Thank you for that inspiring story, Nicholas. So that's, I can see that's a climb after climb. So you two make it feel like look like hope in motion. So now the moments that warm the soul, take lifting someone close. Enos, maybe share that story. Tell us about someone in your circle. I don't know if you have a small circle or a big circle, but I know you have a big circle. So using tech like an AI tip or drone to get a steady work, or maybe to start small.
Yes, thank you so much, Brian. I have a big circle, as you say, and I don't know where to start. Maybe I'll just give one example of one of our friend, the one Kilalan. So I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, shout out to him. So this guy. He is one of my favorite example of what possible when you mix curiosity with opportunity. So before Benjamin Kilalan joined Project Trinity, he did not know much about technology. I think he had heard about AI in the news, but it felt far away, like something that belonged in another world. But once he joined in the pod, something in him clicked. He got really interested in understanding how AI works, how it learns from data. He started showing up early, leaving late, and asking questions even that made even trainers pause and think. Today, he has built a mobile app. I think Nicholas, you know that he has built a mobile app that tracks work progress in real time. I still remember the first time he showed it to us. He opened it and said, "Look, this is how we can see who is working, what is pending, and what is complete. It updates automatically, and everyone can see the progress from their phone." Before we used to spend so much time just trying to get updates through calls, text, or waiting for meetings. Now it takes seconds. It has made coordination so much easier. And what's amazing is that he built it using the same foundation he learned here: accuracy, structure, and focus. So it's not just an app, it's a proof that the skills we are learning are not just for big companies, they are for people right here solving real problems. But you know what I like most? He did not stop making it. He did not stop at making it work. He started showing others how to build, how to think, and how to use tech to make daily work smoother. Now, people who once said, "I can't do this," are saying, "Let me try." That is what growth looks like. That's how one person spark light up a whole team. Every time I see that app, uh, every time I see that app open on someone's phone, I smile because I remember where it started, in a small pod under the sun with one young man who refused to stop learning. So that is a story from my circle.
Truly amazing, truly amazing. So, Benjamin Kilelen, we need your comments on this. I need to see your comments on the comment section. So, Chesimbul, maybe to pick on that, maybe share a story of tech, maybe like an online guide helping someone in your area get ahead, and who's turning it into their lead now.
Yeah, actually, when we talk about technology changing lives, it is not always about big machines or fancy gadgets. Sometimes it's just about simple mobile phone and the opportunities that come with it. So there is this businessman who happens to be my friend, and he has a shop in our nearby town called Peter. And Peter runs a small shop selling household goods. So for a long time, his biggest challenge was restocking. He would wait for weeks to gather enough cash to travel to either Kapenguria or to Kitale to buy more items. Uh, but uh, he now when uh, when he discovered of these mobile loan apps, uh, for example, the Mshwari and Tala, everything started changing. Now, when the stock is low, is about uh, to finish, he just requests for a small uh, cash loan on his phone, restocks immediately, and he pays back once he sells. So no waiting, no borrowing from friends, just a smooth business flow. So, and it's not just him. I have also seen some women running kiosks selling groceries. They use Talipa na M-Pesa to accept payments without needing to handle cash, which is also very safe and very fast. So even keeping digital records for their cells right on their phones. So technology is giving them freedom, not just convenience. So there is also the teachers in our rural area who have embraced the online guides and education platforms. So before they relied on the textbooks or limited lesson notes. So but now through online teaching materials and forums, they can access new ideas, fresh content, and global perspective, even in rural schools. So one teacher I know, she's called Madam Alice, now helps other teachers around her download free online resources. She say it's made her lessons more interactive and her students more engaged. So all these examples show powerful. Uh, they show something powerful that once people in the rural areas get comfortable using tools, uh, their confidence grow. That's the spirit we see every day. People using what they have to create more. So and that's where also Project Trinity comes in, helping to strengthen this digital shift by building local capacity. We are not just teaching people how to use apps. We are preparing uh, them to think differently, to see technology as a bridge to opportunity. So because when rural communities get connected, innovation starts right there, not in the big cities, but in places like West Pokot and Haiti. Yes.
Yes, we are building bridges so that we can step forward together. That's the beauty. So, Enos, dry times hit heavy in our community. So, how do dry spells make poverty maybe bite harder? And what's a straightforward tool that could ease it?
Yes, thank you so much, Brian. Dry seasons, they test everything when rains disappears. You can feel it everywhere. Uh, the crops dry, the animals walk far, even people's moods change. Prices of products goes up, hope goes down. But I have learned something. It's not always a drought itself that hurts the most. It is the lack of preparation, because when you don't know what is coming, you can't plan. Now imagine if everyone had access to something as simple as a weather app or alert, just just a message saying rain expected in few days, or dry spell for the next 2 weeks. That one piece of information can change everything. You can plan earlier, store water, or adjust your plans. It turns panic into a preparation. At our pod, checking weather updates has become a routine. Every morning, someone reads out the forecast. We talk about it, how it might affect our training or the local farms. Sometimes a youth will take that information home and share it with their family, and later you will see them acting on it. That is impact in real time. And beyond that, we have started discussion how to use simple tech, solar irrigation, soil sensors, online market information to help farmers survive dry spells better. Technology does not need to be fancy to be powerful. It just needs to reach people in time. What is happening here is that knowledge is spreading faster than drought can stop it, and that is something new. When people know they plan, when people know they plan, when they plan they survive, and when they survive they grow stronger. That is, and that's how I see it. Technology is not just a tool; it's a shield. It helps us prepare, protect, and progress. Thank you.
Thank you too, Enos, for that. That is straightforward and life-saving, Enos. So, a quick shout out to our followers. I can see the comment section is on fire. Keep keep it up and keep following the conversation for more insights about how we can alleviate ourselves from poverty using simple tech tools. So, Chesambur, what about daily needs? How do short supplies maybe make breaking free breaking free harder? And what's a story of tech making it fuller for someone maybe close to you or maybe someone you know? Yes.
Sure, sure. You know, in places like in this rural community, it's not that people do not have ambition. It is that access to resources can be limited. Sometimes even the smallest things, like getting regular supplies, can make or break someone's progress. So take for example my neighbor called Mary. For example, she runs a small kiosk in the trading center, selling essentials like sugar, soap, and maize flour. So her business is her lifeline. But there was a time when she constantly ran out of the stock because she relied on the brokers, the middlemen, to deliver goods uh, the the town Kitale and Kapenguria. So they often delayed. These brokers delayed or brought smaller quantities, and it really held her back. Then she learned how to use mobile technology to make her business more reliable. So instead of waiting for the middleman, she started communicating directly with the wholesalers using her phone. She would compare prices through the WhatsApp, through the online platforms. She'll make a quick payment through the M-Pesa and have her stock sent on the public transport. So within a day or a two, everything will be restocked and at a better prices. So that small shift changed everything. Her shelves are always full now. Her profits have grown, and she is even teaching other women how to manage their kiosks using the same digital tools. So it is such a simple form of technology, but in the right hands, it is powerful. And that's what I have learned too. That technology does not have to be complicated. It is just it just has to connect people to opportunity. So through my own digital training, I have been helping also some small businesses keep their uh, sales records, advertise on social media, and use their phones more efficiently. So there is always a fun spirit in all this. Like we say at Project Trinity, when the tools are a few, creativity is plenty. That is the heart of our culture. Finding solutions even when things are tough. So because in the end, it's not just about surviving; it's about thriving. Yes.
Thank you for that, Enos Chesembur. You have painted a very vivid picture of a fuller lives of using one tool at a time, making our heart full. So now let's shift our focus to young folks heading to big cities and living the rural life. As you can know that youths are looking towards the cities, not the rural life. So Enos, how does missing tech nudge youth to live rural spots like this, and how is the mission drawing back, maybe drawing them back to grow their local communities?
Yes, thank you so much, Brian. And before Project Trinity came, almost every young person I knew had one goal: to live. It was not because they did not love home. It was because there was nothing here to stay for. If you wanted power, you had to move. If you wanted internet, you had to move. If you wanted opportunities, you packed your bag and went to town. That was the rhythm of life. You succeed by living. At first, it sounded exciting. The idea of city life, bright lights, and fast Wi-Fi. Everyone imagined success waiting for them out there. But when they got there, reality hit hard. There's rent, food, transport, everything was expensive. You work hard all month, but by the time you pay bills, there's almost nothing left. Some ended up in tiny single rooms, chasing unstable jobs, wishing they could just come home, but afraid of having nothing to return to. And honestly, that was the story for years until Project Trinity arrived. Suddenly, something new appeared right in the middle of our village. A solar powered digital pod, a place that did not just have a light and internet, it had a purpose. The first time I stepped inside, I felt like I had walked into the future. There were laptops running, people working quietly on data projects, learning AI, and connecting with clients uh, across the world. It was not a dream, it was happening right there, powered by the sun. That changed everything. People People who had left began to return just to see it for themselves. They could not believe it. Global work right here among farms and hills. For the first time, youth realized, wait, I don't have to leave home to find opportunity. It's already here. And that is when the story flipped. Technology stopped being the reason people left. It became the reason they stayed. Some even came back with new ideas, teaching coding classes, helping others learn digital tools, starting small online businesses. The energy in the community shifted. Where there was once silence and frustration, now you could hear laughter, collaboration, and hum of laptops and the sound of possibility. Today, the only challenge we face is space. The demand is overwhelming. More youth want to join than we can accommodate. Every day, someone walks in asking, when will there be another pod? How can I register? That's a good problem. It shows hunger, hope, and belief. Because the truth is, young people never wanted to leave their families or their roots. They just had no choice. But now Project Trinity is giving them that choice to stay, to learn, to earn, and to grow right where they belong. And when I see the solar lights glowing at night, I think of how far we have come from chasing power lines that never worked to building our own energy source that powers our future. It's a full circle moment. We are no longer saying I am going to town. We are saying I am building from home. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. That's drawing back with purpose, Enos. You are a perfect example of youth who left the busy streets of Kapenguria to come back to this rural village, and because of what? To look for technology. If it could not be for this technology provided by Project Trinity, it could not be here. So big up. So Chesembur, back to you. What's calling youths to cities? Maybe you can pick up from where Enos has left, and how is tech making rural life the smart stay?
It's common right here in West Pokot and any other rural community to hear people saying, I'm going to Nairobi to find a better life. That dream of the city is powerful. It is the promise of good jobs, faster internet, and opportunity. But the truth is, most times the city's life they imagine is not what they find. First of all, rent is high, jobs are scarce, and competition is tough. So what's really calling you to cities is the access to training, technology, and networks that can help build their career. But now, slowly, that access is coming home. In our villages, things are changing. Technology is rewriting the story of the rural life. So, with smartphones, young people can now learn online, they can market their ideas, and even work with companies far beyond the village. I even I have seen my friends here in West Pokot using digital tools to design posters for local businesses, manage social media pages, and even handle data entry tasks all without leaving home. That's what makes me so proud of what we are doing through Project Trinity. The training we receive in digital skills, in marketing, and in technology is giving us a reason to stay, to thrive, and to believe that opportunity does not only live in the city. We are building confidence and a capability right here. I remember in one of our sessions where we discussed smart rural living. We laughed about how one day we will have young people from the cities coming home to West Pokot, not just to help, but to learn. And honestly, that does not sound too far off anymore. But as more of us join and grow, the need for larger workspace becomes very real. There is so much potential, but we need space, we need equipment, and connectivity to keep up with the demand. So when I think about the future, I don't see youth running away from the rural uh, life anymore. I see them building it smarter, stronger, and digitally powered because we are a future ready now.
Yes, truly, we are ready. So that's a smart stay with the heart. That's pure gold, Chisimbur. So wrapping this with the strength for the girls in the mix. So Enos, so lead us in, and I think we'll be having a guest from Haiti now. Hello, Brigade.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Brian. Hello, Inos. Hello, Nicholas. And you guys have a great conversation. I do appreciate this. And I did want to be part of this conversation because you are talking about an amazing subject and which is important for youth, especially because there is a great difference when talking about life out of internet or before internet and talking about life while having internet, and there is a great emerging part that we do want to discuss, and especially us that where we are now with the emerging part of internet, the way we keep growing, the way we use it, and that's very interesting. I do appreciate that conversation. Happy to be here with you guys.
It's nice to see you on the show. So I think you will keep up. We are moving on a lightning speed. So this is a question for you. Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm
so,
ready for the question.
so, so we were talking about girls. So, Brigade, what keeps girls from grabbing tech hand? Maybe like ways of like family ways or money worries, and how is the mission, Project Unity mission, helping them to hold on tight?
Yeah, perfect question. What can I say in that question is especially girls, and they really, really use this brand when talking about internet, and they use it a lot for better use, and some especially create their own business through selling things online or make them ready for those that like I can say for customers to get them, but it was difficult for them to do that in the back or back in the days because they I can say back life was carrying some fruits to go to the supermarket, but now they either not doing this thing anymore. They try to accommodate themselves to the modern life, okay, by selling things while they sit in their comfort zone. Okay, they use their phone or their laptops just to keep their things growing their business and so on. And that's really an amazing part of the importance of internet nowadays. And that's what I can say through this.
Yes, that's perfect, Brigade. You have that's truly uplifting. Girls nowadays are leaning more on online activities, maybe like online shopping, selling things online. So I
Yeah.
think that helps them alleviate poverty because they can sell from the comfort of their homes. Maybe
Mhm.
she has crafted a cloth, or he has seen a cloth and he wants more. He will go to Facebook and
Mhm.
advertise it on the marketplace, and you can see he will start earning from his craft.
And
So
one of the thing also they sometimes not sometimes we find some other girls that use this for entertaining themselves also. They truly use this sport also just to show how they can dance, how they can sing, and sometimes we find some singers through the internet, and then some people may say, hey, how can we help this singer, how can we help this young person that tries to sing? She has talent and we can help her growing, and by doing this the girl finds a way to come out and to go on top in the business.
yes, yes. So Enos and Chesembur, add your warmth to this topic. Maybe 1 minute. Our time is not on our side.
Yes, thank you, Brian. For a long time, girls around here were told that tech was not for them. They were expected. They were expected to help at home, to cook, clean, and take care of others, while the boys were encouraged to explore computers or businesses. And even those who were curious often held back because they did not have confidence or access to phones. Uh, but when Project Trinity came, everything changed from the very beginning. We said this space is for everyone, and we meant it. We created a safe, open environment where girls could learn freely. Flexible schedules, mentorship, shared devices, and lots of encouragement. Yeah, so Project Trinity brought a lot of impact to the girl child. Yeah.
Yeah, and Brian and no, Enos and Brigade, you've really talked on important aspect, and maybe to add up on what you've said, let me just say how technology is helping girls to get a grip on technology and push past poverty. Because in most rural communities, culture runs deep, and for a long time, it has shaped what women could or could not do. So many girls grew up believing their place was in their home, not in business or in technology. But little by little, that is changing. And honestly, technology has become one of the strongest tools breaking those old barriers. Because let's uh, let me tell you about one woman I know. She's a mother of three from our community, and for years she has been depending on her husband's income. Even though she always dreamed of starting her own business, a tailoring business. The problem is getting capital and customers was nearly impossible. So then came up this mobile technology, and everything started shifting. She began learning new tailoring designs through YouTube tutorials, sharing her creations on WhatsApp groups, and receiving orders from the nearby villages. So through the M-Pesa, clients could make deposits directly to our phone. No more long trips and or waiting for payment. So today, that woman, she earns her own steady income, pays her children's school fees, and even trains other young girls in tailoring. She once told me, technology gave me a voice. I no longer wait to be told what's possible. I show it. Yeah, so you can feel the shift from silence to confidence. Women who once sat quietly in meetings can now lead discussions. So that's what I can add.
Truly amazing, my guest. So we had Brigand join the call late, but I think we'll be finalizing for the next 5 minutes. We'll be having a joint discussion between you guests. So this is my one question to all of you. We'll take maybe turns talking to each other. So how is Project Trinity getting young people like us ready for jobs like AI work, and what's needed to keep it going strong, maybe against poverty?
That's a perfect question. Um, I can say Project Trinity really changes a 80s young life because I can say back in the days they couldn't have this possibility to even know there is a way to work online, and now they are in the middle of this, and they try hard to know so many important skills, and they see there is no difference in like boys and girls to work. Okay, what boys can do, girls also have power to do the same, and that's why they really appreciate what Project Unity is doing in 80s community, because it is important for us. And now we each associate are doing something marvelous just to keep the project going. And one of the things that is so important, I can say, is when seeing some girls tries to do some work that boys also are doing, and while they tries to see how can they do that, and they realize that they had this potential inside of them, and that's a great print. That's a marvelous print, and we can say to end poverty, we need to get spatially more space, and by having more space, expanding Project Unity in Haiti, that will totally get reduce the, I can say, the unemployment world or unemployment people that we have in Haiti, and they will get access to do something, or maybe have some potential, but they couldn't find a place to get it done. But they will have access to do that, because I can say most of the time they usually say that you have to have some experience before working. But in Project Unity, if you have knowledges, and you can improve your knowledges with us by working in each project or each things together? That's a great question, and we really appreciate the way Project Unity carries us and gives us opportunity to grow and to put what we have for the better use, or for the help of some businesses worldwide.
Yes, thank you so much, Brigade, for that. And for me, the question that Brian asked feels very personal because I have seen it happen right here in front of me. A few years ago, most of us here did not even know what AI meant. It sounded complicated, like something happening far away. But today, you walk into the pod and hear people talking about data sets, labeling, and accuracy. It's incredible. Through the pod, we have learned real world skills: cleaning and organizing data, labeling images, checking quality, and understanding how AI actually learns from us. And beyond that, it taught us teamwork and consistency. But what I love most is how it changed how young people see themselves. Before, we used to think global work meant leaving home. Now we know global work can come to you, and every week new youth are showing up saying, "Teach me this thing." The momentum is strong, but to keep it alive, we need space, mentorship, and support because the interest is growing faster than the capacity. We have the talent, we just need to keep feeding it. Thank you so much.
Okay, that is so powerful, Mr. Enos and Precard. Uh, that is a spot on. And what is exciting is that the skills we are building are a future proof. The AI, data management, precision, discipline, these are the things that open doors globally. I always say AI is the new factory, and Project Trinity is giving rural youth the keys to that factory. They are not just learning for today, they are preparing for jobs that the world will depend on tomorrow. So, to sustain it, we need to keep the ecosystem growing: more pods, more equipments, and stronger internet connectivity. And just as important, mentorship. People who can guide these young talents to turn skills to income. This is what we mean by future. Not waiting for opportunity to come, but building it right where we stand. And the truth is, we are ready.
We are ready. So I see time is not on our side. We had more questions for my guest, more discussion, but we'll keep it for next time. So don't forget to join us next week for this amazing podcast. I hope Team Haiti will be here with us next week. We are hoping to hear more from you. So big up Team Haiti, big up Team Kenya. So listeners, stay locked on Tech for Tomorrow for more stories of youth, young game changers. Text the key to big wins. Share this, hit us on X, on Facebook, and on Instagram, LinkedIn with the hashtag Tech for Tomorrow. And let's link up the world. Catch you next time. Stay hungry, stay bold, and let's build tomorrow. Thank you.